Watch this, boys. This is the power of freeform. 3rd and 36. This is in a tournament. This is an important down. And look at that right there, dude. I am convinced. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You can see gray circle, the big, like, darker gray circles where you could normally put the ball at the normal pass lead. Look where I get this ball, bro. In stride. Away from the defense. Real speed again. I don't think in Madden history you've ever been able to make this throw before. Now, there's a friend of mine named Mole. He works for EA. Do not immediately get mad at him. He's one of the people who work for EA, and he's one of the good guys for us. All right, boys. He's fighting the good fight day by day. I like Mole a lot. He's one of the big advocates for freeforming, and he made this tweet the other day. I want to go through some of these replies of different freeforms and talk about them and give my opinion on how I think they're good, how I think it's not the best, and how I think freeform is going to continue to evolve in the coming years of Madden. I don't think it's a one-year thing. Immediately, we have dub.w right here. This is one, I've seen this clip already, where he overthrows it, and you see, yeah, this overthrow, and actually, you see right here, let's get the volume off, but you see, it's going to say good accuracy, and there's a big, it's really kind of like a myth of where, oh, it says good accuracy, it should go right to him, right? Like, it should never be overthrown if it's a good accuracy. The thing is that when it says good accuracy, it's good accuracy to exactly where you're putting the ball. So if you put the ball too far and you get good or perfect accuracy, it's going to go right where you put it, which is too far, if that makes sense. That's where, like, I've seen that a lot where people are like, oh, freeform sucks. This says good accuracy and I'm missing my receiver. And the truth is because you overshot it yourself. Like, you overdid it yourself. Let's see what this one right here looks like. We have, see, this is one of the cool ones. I know it's a little bit grainy right here. This is one of the ones that I just think are so freaking cool. We have a post route, a real skinny post coming right here that actually has a step. But you see, it has a step on this receiver's circle. He's going to this area of the field, and we have a middle third rotating up. So this really shouldn't be a tight window if you just pass lead it straight up right here, but he takes it kind of to a new extreme of not just pass leading it up and getting it right here, but all the way back. All the way back. Make it almost like a poco, make it into a post corner almost is what that looks like. And dude, that is so cool, dude. Being able to do that, that is so freaking cool. Let's see what this one is from W right here real fast. We have... This is in a tournament. Yeah, he's going to freeform this backwards. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This has been possible in years before. And a lot of times, see, I like it because a lot of times what people would do in previous years is they just lowball this, and these defenders can't animate. Right? That's what a lot of people do is they would lowball this. Now, this could be completed with Classic and with all the old passing mechanisms. But he places his back shoulder and is able to get that kind of pull-up, possession catch animation in front of this defender and in behind these three defenders right here, which is just... there's very few examples in Madden where you can see skill gap being absolutely displayed without a reasoning of a doubt. And skill-based passing, free-forming, is one of those things that I see right now being a very skill-based thing. I've seen myself do things that I don't think other people can do, and I've seen people do things I'm like, I wish I could do this. And it's good for the future of, one, gameplay Madden, but also a step further, competitive Madden. There's so few skill gaps in this game where that is one of those things where if you're a really good freeformer, that is something that gives you a tangible, not even quantifiable, because it's hard to quantify it, but a leg up on the competition, for lack of a better word. Like, you are at an advantage, regardless if you have the best plays, regardless if you have the best blitz, best knowledge, you are now at a better, you have better stick work, basically, is what it becomes, which I think is really, really good. Let's see what we got right here. We're gonna drop back. Ooh, that looked like it should have been a pick. But, even though it should have been a pick, it is cool seeing, like, you're just able to place that ball. I mean, I think it's just so cool, dude, that you can place this ball anywhere, because I think, technically, he could have tried to go, like, back shoulder right here with this ball if he was on, like, Limitless. And, dude, there's so much. Like, obviously, that's not a good, like, that's not crazy or anything like that. I don't think that should be completed. But you get the idea. This is a cool clip. I've seen this guy's clips a couple of times where he's in PA boot over, and he's going to be running this crosser from Y right here. Watch what he does. And this is, like, there is a skill to this. And it's something that doesn't seem super fluky, doesn't seem super BS. It seems like if you get this down, you can make this consistent, which is what I am such a huge advocate for year over year. If you don't realize what he's doing, we have a crosser right here. Why? Let's see it. And typically this would get thrown like up here, maybe down here, you know, maybe straight up even. He's turning this crosser into a giant 25-yard snag route, 20-yard snag. And I didn't even know that was possible. Now, mind you, yeah, he could have thrown A here. He definitely could have highballed A up and out or just threw it here. I don't care about the misread. Look at this. Look at and then the click on top of that literally makes it sit like a curl route for a second. It's like a snag. And he does it a few times here. And this is against TDM Ice, who Ice is one of the best players in the world, top 20 player in the world, wherever you want to put him. And mind you, while Ice is obviously on Warren Sapp here, like it's not a good user, I'd be willing to bet that a lot of people's users would have a ton of trouble reacting to this ball. Because it's just, the way users react right now, they're kind of clumsy, right? It's hard to flick your controller back and get the movement right to where that rocket catch is happening. And that's cool, I think. I think it's cool. Now, that style, I'm surprised we haven't seen a ton of different people really exploiting freeform passing yet this year. That's probably one of the bigger exploits I've seen. Partly because there's been no reason to. It's been a really easy offensive Madden. But I think that's why I think this would be a cool year where if zones were better, because freeform passing can open up passes for people who can't make those passes. You know what I mean? A crosser could be open with me that isn't open for somebody else, and somebody else's corner route could be open for them that I can't get open because I can't freeform it correctly. No different than how different balls can be thrown from different quarterbacks in real life. Some quarterbacks can't hit the throws, and it limits play calling. That is genuine skill gap. What do we have right here? We have first week of Madden. That's bad. That's dumb. Like, but it's the same idea though. Getting that back, that animation should not happen. That's kind of more where we get more into the exploit part of it, where it's like, should that be possible? But I also think, dude, like that's such an easy mistake to make on that type of ball. I think it adds for user error, which is always good. I'm a huge advocate for bigger user error and less RNG. The other thing to consider with these two, with freeform as a whole, is that look at this bar right here. If you nail this accuracy bar, you can get this to be a green bean, basically the same as 2K, where it's perfect accuracy. No, you can't get under pressure, whatever. And it's something that really nobody has taken super seriously to do because it's extremely hard to do, and you can't do it with lob passes. It's a little bit weird. But I foresee in a year from now, in next Madden, that there could possibly be a thing where it's realistic to be able to green bean your passes, and things like pressure and accurates don't happen anymore. Think about this. If you can make it where it was possible to green bean your passes, right? Now, it'd be very hard, similar to 2K. It's hard to do. But if you did, you couldn't get D-line swatted, which means no D-line picks against you. And you would never get pressure and accurated. I don't see how that's a lose-lose to anybody. That eliminates RNG. It optimizes skill gap because it's something that you have to get good at with your fingers. And I think it's a cool addition too. I think it makes the gameplay fresh. There's only so many things. Look, there's only so many things Madden can do to make football, in a football game, to make gameplay different. It's a football game, right? And they've missed on so many things. They consistently miss. And if you guys watch me, like I'm not an EA sympathizer, dude. Like but this has been something they've added this year that I think is such a success and been such a good thing, and so it's been so cool that I think if built upon should be a really cool way to keep gameplay fresh and different. And I think it's good. It only increases replayability. It only increases skill gap the way I see it. Obviously, are there going to be exploits with it? Probably. There probably will be. And once that happens, it's interesting, but right now, from everything I've seen, I haven't seen any crazy exploits. I haven't seen any one-play touchdown glitches, you might assume there could be. Overall, so far, the integration from EA Sports has been really good with this freeform passing. And the biggest issue is when the ball will, go over your, through you. Your receiver throws his hands up and the ball just goes through you, basically. That's super frustrating, I agree. That is super frustrating. But, a little bugs like that get worked out. I think it's something that's really cool. I'd love to see what it would look like right now if zones were super good, because I think it would open up the pass game for some people, and it would close it for other people based purely on no longer around RNG, but instead around your freeform stick, which I think is a really cool skill gap thing.